The alarms go off at observatories around the world. A sharp surge in comet activity has been detected, and several giant objects are rapidly moving towards the inner solar system. At this moment, many comets are heading our way, which is strange due to their number. It is literally a swarm of comets. They are not distant travelers. Their orbits will intersect with ours in the near future. This wave of giant comets is part of a much older structure in space. This field of debris is from a destroyed mega-comet. We have already passed through its dusty edges. But what is happening now is different. We are moving towards the center, an area filled with cosmic giants, the River of Giants. Many admire the beautiful meteor showers that illuminate our night sky, but not everything is as simple as it seems. We are taught to think of them as harmless manifestations of cosmic dust burning in the atmosphere. But no one tells you that one of these rains, Taurida, which appears every October, is actually a calling card of something much more significant. It is a thin, dusty edge of a colossal river of debris left by a truly enormous comet, an object that could reach up to 60 miles wide. To put it mildly, it was a monster. It is hundreds of times more massive than the asteroid that caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. Thousands of years ago, this giant comet broke apart under the colossal force of solar gravity, creating an extensive stream of material now scattered throughout our solar system. Earth passes through this stream, called the toroidal complex, twice a year. Mostly we just glide through finer dust, creating familiar falling stars. But astronomers now realize that the stream is not uniform. In its depths lie gigantic dark fragments of the original comet, huge chunks, some of which reach hundreds or even thousands of feet in diameter. These are not bright, easily distinguishable comets. These dark, almost invisible chunks of stone and ice make them incredibly difficult to track. Here the story takes an urgent turn. Recent observations confirm that we are entering a period when Earth's orbit intersects with the densest part of this debris stream. One can imagine it as a cosmic minefield. We are no longer dealing just with dust, but with the mines themselves. This swarm, as some astronomers call it, represents a concentration of these larger and more dangerous objects. New research records an unusually large number of objects emanating from the direction of the toroidal flow, indicating that this wave of giant comets is not a theory, but a real event. These are not just rocks. These are unstable comets, saturated with frozen gases, which can lead to unpredictable changes in their course or destruction, creating even more projectiles. Many underestimate the true scale of this situation. The Hubble telescope gifted us unique views of comets, such as the astonishing disintegration of Comet Atlas C2019Y4 in 2020. It simply broke apart as it approached the Sun, reminding us of how fragile, yet chaotic these celestial bodies are. Now imagine an object 10 times larger doing the same thing right in our cosmic courtyard. The James Webb Telescope, with its incredible infrared capabilities, is perfect for detecting those dark and cold objects that might escape the attention of other telescopes. It helps scientists create a new map of hidden threats in our solar system, with the torrid stream being a top priority. Data suggests that this cluster may contain dozens of objects large enough to cause destruction on a continental scale. We are essentially flying over a cemetery that is still active. A threat of such magnitude has likely left marks on our past, hasn't it? The answer is hidden in plain sight. When winter came, one summer morning in 1908, a remote forest in Siberia was instantly flattened. An explosion estimated to be 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, destroying 80 million trees over an area of 800 square miles. For decades, the event in Tunguska remained a mystery. There was no impact crater. The only clue was complete devastation. Scientists debated whether it could have been a small asteroid or something entirely different. The thing is, the answer might have been flying through the sky all this time. What no one says is that the Tunguska object moved in a direction perfectly aligned with the flow of the torids. Many scientists now believe it was not a dense rocky asteroid, but a fragile fragment of a comet, a shard of that ancient destroyed giant. It exploded in the atmosphere rather than striking the ground, which explains the absence of a crater. It was a warning rocket. It clearly demonstrated that the torrid stream contains not only dust, but also objects capable of unleashing unimaginable energy. The Tunguska object was relatively small, perhaps only a couple of 100 feet in diameter. The cluster we are now entering contains objects significantly larger than that size. This idea is part of an astonishing theory called coherent catastrophism. Softly speaking, this theory suggests that major events in Earth's history, including the rise and fall of civilizations, were not random. They were caused by our periodic encounters with the densest parts of the torrid flow. Proponents of this theory point to a catastrophic event around 12,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age, known as the Younger Dryas, when a thriving civilization of mammoth hunters, known as the Clovis people, vanished, and the planet plunged back into icy temperatures. The evidence is mounting that this was caused by a major impact event or a series of air explosions from a fragmented comet. What many overlook are the clues buried in the crust of our planet. Researchers discovered layers of molten stone globules, microscopic diamonds, and high concentrations of platinum, clear signs of extraterrestrial influence from that era. These markers have been found worldwide from North America to Syria. This indicates that the Earth was showered with fragments of a disintegrating giant comet, likely a large piece from a hot stream. This encounter could have triggered global wildfires, darkening the sun with soot, and caused a sharp, catastrophic climate shift. This event could change the face of the entire planet. The mystery of ancient civilizations, which seem to have suddenly vanished, such as the Akkadian Empire, may not be a mystery at all, but yet another victim of this cosmic cycle. If a hot stream is merely the ghost of a comet, what about the living objects still out there? A threat detected by Hubble. Our solar system is much wilder than we thought. Beyond the orbit of Neptune lies a chaotic, unstable region that serves as a sort of launch pad for cosmic monsters. This is the realm of centaurs. These are not asteroids, but giant comets, some with a diameter of over 100 miles, ejected from the Kuiper Belt and cast into unstable orbits crossing the paths of giant planets like Jupiter and Saturn. They are the wild cards of the solar system. What no one will tell you is that these centaurs are the parent bodies of streams like the Taurids. The original comet, 60 miles wide, that created the Taurid complex was almost certainly a centaur that was slightly nudged into the inner solar system. It is terrifying that at this moment there are hundreds of these giant comets. Their orbits are constantly adjusted by the immense gravity of Jupiter and Saturn, a small gravitational push, and one of these giant comets could find itself on a new path that might lead straight to Earth. One single comet contains more mass than the entire population of asteroids near Earth combined. A strike from one of them won't just be a bad day, it will be a true extinction-level event. Many are obsessed with the search for every small asteroid near Earth, but one of these giant comets could drastically change the situation overnight. The Hubble Space Telescope played a key role in studying these distant giants. He showed us that they are active, emitting gas and dust even at great distances from the sun, confirming their changeable, comet-like nature. They are not inert snowballs, but active, unpredictable giants. Many overlook their vast numbers. At this moment, we know of only a few hundred, but estimates suggest there are over 1 million centaurs, exceeding half a mile in width. It is here that the James Webb Space Telescope becomes our most important guardian. His infrared vision allows him to peer into the cold, dark depths of the outer solar system and detect these bodies with greater accuracy than ever before. Justin studies their composition, trying to understand what they are made of and how they behave. The discoveries are thrilling. We discover that they are rich in complex organic molecules, the most basic building blocks of life. But, to put it mildly, they also represent potential sources of planetary-scale destruction. Each of them can become the parent of a new stream, similar to Taurida, waiting to begin its journey inward. Considering all this information, are we just waiting for the sky to collapse on us? The question is not if it will happen, but when. So, you are currently observing this and probably wondering if it will happen overnight. Will a giant comet with our name appear in the sky tomorrow? The straightforward answer is, most likely not. Leading scientists do not predict an imminent strike that could end civilization and which you should worry about this week. But the fact is, this is not the main story. The true essence lies in the undeniable, stunning shift in our understanding of the threat itself. For generations, we were taught to see blows as random lottery tickets, a 1 in 100 million chance that could happen at any time and from any direction. This way of thinking is now dangerously outdated. We moved from the idea of random chance to seeing these events as part of a predictable, cyclical, cosmic system. We now know that a hurricane is out there, a huge, swirling structure of debris, like a tornado, and we understand that our home is right in its historical path. We just don't know exactly when the storm will strike or how strong it will be this time. Did we miss a key detail in the forecast? Undoubtedly. To put it mildly, our sky map is full of empty spaces. We don't have a complete catalog of all the dark objects the size of a city hiding in the flow of Teredo. These are comets covered with a thick layer of cosmic dust, making them unattractive and almost impossible to detect with ordinary telescopes until they are too close. Many do not notice that an unlikely event, if it can change all life on Earth, is a risk that must be taken seriously. States and space agencies are finally beginning to realize this. A dark mission, during which NASA successfully collided a spacecraft with an asteroid to change its orbit, became a historic first step. It was the first real test of planetary defense, proof that we are no longer defenseless dinosaurs waiting for the sky to fall. We are finally developing tools for combat, but it's one thing to strike a solid, well-known asteroid. It's quite different to encounter a fragile comet that could shatter into a dozen pieces upon impact, turning one major problem into 12 smaller, yet equally destructive ones. But is that effort enough? The bitter truth is that our current planetary defense systems, however promising they may be, are designed to detect and track objects that might collide with Earth in years or even decades. This gives us time for planning, building, and launching the mission. However, they are not prepared for the most terrifying scenario: a sudden destruction in the torrid swarm cloud. A scenario where a large, previously unnoticed comet breaks apart and sends a rain of objects the size of Tunguska, with only a few months or even weeks of warning. This scenario is what keeps planetary defense experts awake at night. The truth is that although we watch the sky, our vision is still not perfect. Space is vast and full of surprises, like the strange interstellar visitor Oumuamua, which streaked through our solar system in 2017. He was completely unknown, and we barely noticed him before he disappeared forever. This proved that objects can, and indeed do, enter our system, about which we know nothing. We are just beginning to understand what is really out there, and in this cosmic game, what you cannot see may harm you. We explored the cosmic river of giants, traces of past collisions, and slowly ticking bombs of the outer solar system. We have entered a new era of cosmic awareness. Are we the first advanced civilization to encounter this cosmic cycle, or just the first to see its approach? Share your thoughts in the comments.